On the boat 71. Is this the end? We start the clean-up jobs, like the engine. I show you how we repaired a damaged prop. We don't let a bit of rain stop us having a barbie. There's a big Harley Davidson bike meet. And we take a quick look around where Impavidus is staying for the winter. It's that time of year again, and believe it or not, that is 2 weeks since I last cleaned that. Clean and service. David's is much the same. Big barnacles on the prop. Right, let's get on with it. We bashed our prop on the beach taking Oscar, where the tribbles were actually, and it's taken a couple of little nicks out of the prop. Now, I haven't got a TIG welder to build the aluminium back up, but we've used this stuff before. This is super steel by plastic padding. And if you remember back when I repaired David's binnacle, I rebuilt the engine, what it was called, control panel with super steel, because it really is a hard epoxy. So what I'm going to do is I've cleaned all this off, sanded it all down, cleaned up all the areas where the little nicks are, especially that one there. And I've washed it with acetone, and now I'm going to try and mix them up and build it up, and then we'll prime the prop and give it a couple of coats of hard enamel.
So what are you doing now?
Well, I cut one of our artist brushes down. Oh, it's windy.
It's windy.
And trimmed the end with a scalpel, so I can apply this stuff in the right places at the right thickness. That won't be perfect, but the efficiency of a prop is all down to its profile and its shape and its smoothness, so hopefully we can make this a lot better than it was before. And this stuff does seem to stick to aluminium quite well, as long as you clean the aluminium up and use it straight away. And then we'll get some 400 grit wet and dry paper and just feather it all in. There's actually a lot more damage than I thought. I lifted the engine up, but there was some rocks in that murky water, and it has taken some fairly nasty chips out, but I think we'll get it back. It's just a bit of Percy needed, perseverance. Once the epoxy had hardened, I took some 200 grit, then some 400 grit, and then some 800 grit wet and dry. Managed to get the epoxy down, fill in all the holes and all the nicks, and shortly afterwards 2 coats of hard enamel. There we go, an hour later. Just needs a wipe down, damp sponge. We'll start on the fins. To remove the barnacles and the seaworm, we use hydrochloric acid or muric acid. It's available in plastic containers in the local supermarket. It does a great job, but it is very caustic and you have to be careful. This is the stuff here. In Spain it was called aquaferta. With all the cosmetics done, the cleaning down, the outside lubrication, the engine's looking good as new. The next thing to do will be to give it a full service. We did a video on how to service your outboard. I'll put a link in the description. Well, we're not going to let a little thing like a bit of rain stopping us having a barbie. And a gin and tonic as well, I believe.
Well, it is Sunday afternoon.
Well, a little bit of rain turned out to be something like a lot of rain, and thunder and lightning. The local Harley Davidson club had organised a big meet on the front, so being bike fans, we had to go down and have a look. David's a biker as well. I was chatting with someone the other day, can't remember who it was. I was saying, I really do miss my bikes. We travelled all over Europe on bikes. I really do miss not having a motorcycle anymore. Oh, and Cindy misses hers too. It's been a funny year this year. I guess that's the same for everyone. We haven't travelled that far. We've only done 900 miles and we haven't left Italian waters. We've got our marina sorted now for the winter, but, well, like I say, it's a funny old year. So where are we? Well, you guessed it. We came back to Licata. We haven't had much of a chance to look round the town yet, but as far as we can see, it's got everything that we're going to need. And it really is quite a charming town. It's a good mix, not just of old, but of new as well. The far side of the town's got a big shopping centre, builders' merchants, and there's a few chandlers around as well. We'll be going back to the UK in a few weeks. Maybe we'll pick some bits and pieces up there as well. Like I said, it's been a funny year, and although we haven't got out of Italy, we've been to Naples, we got down to Salerno. We've had a fantastic sail around these islands. Remember the volcanoes? It was a really great part of the trip. And of course from there we crossed to Sicily and Palermo, that fantastic historic city. Now that was good. Oh, and then there was the islands to the west of Sicily, Flavigina. And then of course we went along the bottom of Sicily and as far east as we could before heading up to Santa Cruz. Yeah, it's been a funny old year, but it doesn't seem like 5 minutes ago we were leaving Gaeta. And what about next year? What will happen next year? Well, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Well, thanks for watching guys, I hope you've enjoyed this season. We were hoping to get across to Greece, but hey ho, the COVID has stopped us. So it hasn't been a bad season. Like the Americans say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade.